Pete from Shadow Moses 112 doing a review on Resione K Black Tough Resin. We used to sell neck pegs or ball joints on our website specifically for the Sentinel Miles Morales Into the Spider-Verse figures, adding about 3 millimeters more of height and additional neck movement. Printed previously in both water-washable resin and then moved to ABS-like resin. Both ended up being more brittle than we initially liked. Customers reported that the joints kept breaking during swaps, even though our initial trials were successful. We recently heard about Resione K through another review, Azrac Collections on YouTube, link in description. So don't mind the hair. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm testing out this new resin called Resione K+. It's supposed to be a harder, flexible resin. We're trying to see if we could use it for joints. Previously, we did the Miles 13 millimeter neck peg that was bent, made out of ABS resin. CTG the Collector, check him out on Instagram. Tested out for us, and unfortunately it didn't work out too well, even though it was successful in my trial. Well, what's funny about that is I just tried to remove the peg myself, and it also cracked on me. So as you can see, this is in two pieces. What I did over here was I have a heat gun, and I heated up the neck to insert the peg. I always recommend that, just to be safe. So as you can see, I tried to pull off the head, and the head came off fine, but when I tried to warm it up and pull out the peg cracked in half. So now what I'm doing is I'm heating this up. I got the peg out using a little bit of pliers to get the other half out. And what I'm doing is we're taking the new Resin net peg made with the K+, and we're sticking it right in that hole. Fits pretty well. The big test is wait till it cools. What I like to do to hurry that process up just a little bit is put some cold water on it. Yes, you're in my bathroom. Enjoy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't want it too bad. There we go, just to hurry it up. Now, what I wanted to see is this actually takes a lot longer to process just because it requires different curing than your other resins. And the post-process is about 10 minutes, whereas typically it's 2 to 3 minutes for your other resin. It also says let it cure for 24 hours. This has been curing for about 30 hours now, just sitting out, basically not being used. So I'm going to put the head on. And we're basically just testing to see how easily it pops on. Pops on very easily, just as it normally would. And I know this figure is a little old, but this was to up the space. We also made it a bent net peg so we could add a little bit more range of motion to it. Side to side works great. The problem was when we took it off, it would snap. And as you can see, so far this is holding up very well. This is going to take a lot of testing, a lot of head swaps, a lot of back and forth to see if this is going to be the truth. But so far it looks really good. Because the hope is that we could start doing our own heads with a pre-fitted neck peg for most of your items. And in the future, I just took it off 3 times and no snaps. So that's great. This might be it. This might be the... It's also a $60 bottle of resin versus $20. So you are paying a premium for it. This is great though, so we could help out maybe folks in the community who have broken pegs before. Thinking about you, Bill Maru. We'll go ahead and touch base to see if maybe we can start making custom pegs for you guys. But yeah, so far this is working out great. I must have popped that on 4 times already. So far so good.